Hello and welcome to the TechHub.Training challenge solution for the intro to filtering, ordering, and using or filtering and ordering data using SQL. Today we'll be walking through that solution, hopefully giving you some tips and tricks and helping you learn a little bit more about SQL. So just to begin, today we'll be going over the where statement and the order by statement. The where statement, kind of like in English, is used to filter things. For example, you could say, give me all of the employees where the employee works in this department. And then order by is pretty self-explanatory. It orders by a characteristic from either top to bottom or bottom to top, so ascending or descending order. And those, again, make pretty good sense. Ascending would be starting at low numbers and moving up. Descending would be starting at high numbers and moving down. So for our first question, it says we've been running out of fire extinguishers, inventory ID number 27, a lot recently. Please find the order details for containing fire extinguishers. So we should have the inventory name, the inventory ID, the order ID, quantity ordered, and order sent date. For that, we'll need to join three tables: the inventory table, order detail, and orders tables. If you have any questions about how to join three tables, we encourage you to go back and look at the Learning Path Join challenge. And then finally, we will filter using the where statement to where we're only having inventory ID number 27, and we will order by the date which they were sent, from the most recent to the oldest. That's a lot of instructions, but let's go ahead and get cranking on this. I'm going to go ahead and create a new query, and remember to change it to the SQL here, because we are coding in SQL and not just using the SQL builder. We'll start by selecting those columns. We know we want the invoice ID. We know we want the employee first name. We know we want the inventory. Let me start over. We know we want the inventory name. We want the inventory ID. We want the order ID. We want the order quantity. And we want the order sent date. And we'll need to join three tables here. So in Access, we need to put that in parentheses. So we'll join the inventory table to the order detail table first. And then we will join it to the orders table. Let's go ahead and run that and just make sure that it's pulling that information. As you can see, we've obviously got our code right because it's got the inventory name, inventory ID, the order ID, the quantity ordered, and the date that the order was sent on. So we've got our basic query down. Now we need to go through that filtering to where it's only the fire extinguishers. As the instructions told us, we know that the inventory ID for a fire extinguisher is 27. So if we just go where inventory ID is equal to 27, we can see that that has filtered it so that it's only fire extinguishers. We can see those order IDs and we can see the quantities that we've ordered. Now, we want to order from the most recent at the top to the oldest at the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and throw in an order by statement, and we'll go order sent date in as descending because it would start at the biggest and move down. And when we run that, we can see that on July 1st, we ran an order for 40 fire extinguishers. And that is the end of query 1. So let's go ahead and look at our instructions for query number 2. Here we're told that there's been some suspicious activity recently. We need to know all of the invoices that were received by Michael Cohen, whose employee ID is 18. So we don't know what kind of suspicious activity that is, but we need to do an audit of all of the invoices that were received by Michael. So for this, we want to know the column names, invoice ID, first name, last name, payable amount. We need to join the invoice and employee tables filter to where employee ID is equal to 18, which is Michael's employee ID, and then order by the largest value invoice first. So let's get started. We'll select that invoice ID, the employee first name, the employee last name, and the invoice payable amount. And to do that, we'll need to join the invoice table. And we'll want to pull every invoice regardless as to whether or not it has an employee attached to it. Because Michael could have put the invoices not under his name. But so we'll go ahead and join that on employee ID is equal to invoice employee received ID, where the employee received ID is equal to 18. And then we know we wanted to order by the payable amount in a descending fashion. If we go ahead and run that, it appears that Michael has received invoices valuing well over $1 billion. And there are several of these that are in the tens and hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm not sure what kind of power Michael has, but that definitely seems suspicious to me. Thanks for joining us today as we walked through the solution to this challenge. If you have any questions, we encourage you to review our other resources or to do a little bit of searching on your own. Thanks for joining us and have a great day.